Los Angeles, city of stars and flames. A sprawling metropolis renowned for its iconic Hollywood sign, its sun-kissed beaches, and the allure of the silver screen. But beyond the glamour and the glitz, a hidden threat lurks. Every year, as the Santa Ana winds whip through the canyons, a fiery inferno threatens to engulf this urban paradise. Wildfires, once a natural part of the Californian ecosystem, have transformed into monstrous infernos, fueled by a changing climate and the encroachment of human activity. Homes, dreams, and lives hang precariously in the balance as flames dance across the horizon, leaving behind a trail of devastation. Yet amidst the ashes, hope flickers. Humanity has risen to the challenge, harnessing the power of technology, community, and sustainable practices to combat this fiery menace. Join us as we delve into the heart of wildfire country, exploring the delicate balance between nature's fury and mankind's resilience. Why do these fires keep happening? And can we truly stop them? Let's uncover the hidden truths and solutions that might surprise you. To understand the ferocity of these wildfires, we must first look to the skies. The Santa Ana winds, born from the high deserts to the east, descend upon the Californian coast with a vengeance. These are not gentle breezes but powerful, unrelenting forces, capable of transforming a smoldering ember into a raging inferno in the blink of an eye. Picture this: a single spark, perhaps from a downed power line or a carelessly discarded cigarette, ignites the dry brush, parched by the Californian sun. The Santa Ana winds, like an invisible hand, fan the flames, propelling them across the landscape with terrifying speed. Imagine standing amidst a sea of tinder-dry chaparral, the air thick with the scent of pine needles and eucalyptus. The wind howls through the canyons, carrying with it an ominous roar. Then on the horizon, a flicker, a plume of smoke rising lazily into the sky. This is a wildfire, and it's coming for everything in its path. The encroachment of human settlements into wildland areas, coupled with a changing climate, has created a perfect storm for these catastrophic events. As temperatures rise and droughts become more frequent, the landscape becomes increasingly susceptible to ignition. In the heart of Los Angeles, nestled amongst the rolling hills, lies a world of luxury and glamour. Beverly Hills, home to the rich and famous, a place where dreams are made and fortunes are won. But even this bastion of privilege is not immune to the wrath of the wildfires. In 2018, the Woolsey Fire tore through Malibu and the surrounding areas, leaving a trail of devastation in its wake. Multi-million-dollar mansions, once symbols of success and opulence, were reduced to smoldering ruins. Imagine the fear and uncertainty as celebrities like Miley Cyrus, Gerard Butler, and Liam Hemsworth were forced to flee their homes, their lives upended by this relentless force of nature. The images of their charred properties splashed across newspapers and websites served as a stark reminder that in the face of such devastation, wealth and status offer little protection. But amidst the chaos and despair, a different story emerged. Celebrities, using their platforms for good, rallied to the aid of their fellow Californians. Leonardo DiCaprio, a longtime advocate for environmental causes, donated millions to support wildfire relief efforts. Sandra Bullock, Lady Gaga, and many others opened their hearts and wallets, providing much-needed aid to those who had lost everything. The Woolsey Fire, while a tragedy, brought to light a powerful truth. In the face of adversity, the human spirit shines brightest. Necessity is the mother of invention, especially in fighting wildfires. Scientists and engineers harness technology to combat these infernos. Satellites with infrared sensors monitor landscapes for heat. Detecting wildfires early, they prevent raging infernos. Real-time heat maps guide firefighters with crucial data. This is the power of satellite technology. Drones, nimble aerial acrobats, are invaluable allies. Equipped with cameras and thermal imaging, they provide critical views. Mapping fires in real time, they identify hotspots and assess damage. AI predicts fire behavior with remarkable accuracy. Analyzing data, AI forecasts fire paths, aiding firefighters. Chapter 4: The Power of Community, a United Front Against the Flames. While technology plays a crucial role in combating wildfires, it is not a silver bullet. The human element, the power of community, remains our strongest line of defense. In the face of this shared threat, the people of Los Angeles have come together, demonstrating extraordinary resilience and a deep-seated commitment to protecting their homes and their environment. Every year, as the Santa Ana winds begin to blow, communities across Southern California mobilize. Neighbors helping neighbors, clearing brush, trimming trees, and creating defensible spaces around their homes. These small individual actions, when multiplied across entire communities, create a powerful force for prevention. Imagine a neighborhood barbecue, not just a social gathering, but a crash course in wildfire preparedness. Residents sharing tips on creating defensible spaces, learning how to use fire extinguishers, and discussing evacuation plans. Schools too play a vital role, educating the next generation about wildfire safety and prevention. Children learn about the importance of fire-resistant landscaping, the dangers of playing with matches, and the critical role they can play in protecting their communities. Volunteers, armed with shovels and pickaxes, work tirelessly alongside firefighters, clearing brush, creating fire breaks, and helping to contain the spread of flames. In the face of this fiery adversary, the people of Los Angeles stand united, a testament to the indomitable spirit that binds communities together in times of crisis. Chapter 5. Rebuilding the Future, Rising from the Ashes. As the smoke clears and the flames subside, a new challenge emerges, rebuilding and reimagining a future where coexistence with wildfires is not a matter of if, but when. This is not simply about reconstruction, but about rethinking our relationship with the environment and embracing innovative solutions that enhance our resilience. Picture a home, not built with traditional wood framing, but with fire-resistant materials like concrete, steel, and stucco. These homes, designed to withstand the intense heat and embers of a wildfire, represent a paradigm shift in construction practices, prioritizing safety and sustainability. Entire communities are being reimagined, embracing fire-adapted building codes, incorporating fire-resistant landscaping, and creating defensible spaces that act as buffers against approaching flames. Imagine driving through a neighborhood, not with manicured lawns, but with drought-tolerant plants and strategically placed trees, creating a fire-wise landscape that is both aesthetically pleasing and resilient to the threat of wildfires. Solar-powered weather stations, strategically placed throughout fire-prone areas, provide real-time data on wind speed, temperature, and humidity, enhancing our ability to predict and respond to fire danger. Reforestation efforts, focused on planting fire-resistant tree species and restoring natural habitats, are helping to create healthier and more resilient ecosystems. The road to recovery is long and arduous, but the people of Los Angeles are no strangers to resilience. Chapter 6. A Shared Responsibility, Protecting Our Future Together. The story of wildfires in Los Angeles is not just a local issue, it is a microcosm of a global challenge. As our climate changes and the threat of wildfires intensifies worldwide, the lessons learned here in the heart of wildfire country take on a new urgency. The fight against wildfires is not solely the responsibility of firefighters and first responders, it requires a collective effort, a global awakening to the interconnectedness of our actions and the impact they have on the environment. Imagine a world where wildfire awareness is not just a seasonal concern, but an integral part of our education systems, our urban planning, and our daily lives. A world where children grow up understanding the delicate balance of nature and the importance of responsible stewardship. Governments, policymakers, and industry leaders must work together to implement sustainable forestry practices, reduce greenhouse gas emissions, and invest in research and development of innovative technologies that can help us better predict, prevent, and combat wildfires. The future of our planet, and the well-being of generations to come, depends on our willingness to act now, to embrace a collective responsibility, and work together to create a safer, more sustainable future for all. Chapter 7. Hope Ignites, a Call to Action. As we've journeyed through the scorched landscapes and witnessed the devastating power of wildfires, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, to question whether there's truly hope for the future. But amidst the ashes, a spark of optimism flickers. For within each of us lies the power to make a difference. The choices we make today, as individuals and as a global community, will determine the fate of our planet and the legacy we leave behind. It begins with education. By understanding the science behind wildfires, the factors that contribute to their intensity, and the role we play in mitigating their impact, we empower ourselves to become agents of change. Engage in your community. Participate in wildfire preparedness programs, volunteer your time, and share your knowledge with others. Small actions, multiplied across communities and continents, can create a ripple effect of positive change. Support organizations dedicated to wildfire prevention, research, and relief efforts. Advocate for policies that promote sustainable forestry practices, reduce greenhouse gas emissions, and prioritize wildfire prevention. As the sun sets on the City of Angels, casting a warm glow on the horizon, we are reminded of the delicate balance between nature's fury and mankind's resilience. Wildfires, a force as old as time itself, have shaped these landscapes for millennia. Yet in the face of a changing climate and the ever-increasing impact of human activity, these once natural occurrences have transformed into formidable adversaries. But we must not succumb to despair. Through scientific advancement, community engagement, and a global commitment to sustainability, we can mitigate the threat of these infernos and forge a brighter, safer future for generations to come. Remember, the power to ignite change lies within each of us.